Sorry. I'm so sorry. Aqua, I'm sorry, okay? So we're live now. We're here now. Alright. Thank you for coming. Actually, I was just trying to set up the stream. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me. Can you hear me? You can hear me or you can hear the music. I guess you can hear me. Alright. I'm so sorry, Aquabana, okay? I'm so sorry. I think you can hear me now. Can you hear me? You should. Just a moment. Just trying to set up the camera. Alright. You should be able to see me now. Just a moment. That's what I'm trying. I'm trying to. Okay, we're back. Alright, I think the network should be back now. All right. I think he's back now. I think we are together now. I think we are together now. And I think everything is fine now. The network should be better now, I think. So I think we are good. Are we good to go? I think we are good to go. So if you just let me know you can hear me, please. So if you can hear me, just let me know you can hear me. Hi, Tiflux. Hey, 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 hey. Thank you for coming. I'm doing well, thank you. I'm doing well. I'm fine. And you, how are you doing? All right. So I think is it buffering at your end, Tiflux? Is it buffering at your side? If it's not buffering, then just let me know. And then I think we can start the game. All right. Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you. So can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, it shouldn't be buffering now. I think we are fine and we are good to go. Okay. So I think we can all hear me now, and I think it's clearer now. I think it's clearer now. All right. It is time to exercise our brain. Yeah, like, there have been so many reasons why is it that people suffer from dementia, and one of the simple reasons people suffer from dementia is because their brain is not active. Their brain isn't doing anything. So many people think that the only way we can make uh, our brain active is by going to school. But if you're not going to school, there are other things you could do as an adult, to keep your brain busy. Like some of the white people we live in their midst, they could even be pensioners. What do? You see them with their puzzle book. You see them with some sort of games. They do puzzle, like real life puzzle. They also try to solve puzzle from the puzzle book and things like that. So yes, so doing games that would actually keep your brain busy actually helps. So we are here to do some games. I have some questions. I'll be asking you questions and you give me answer to them, to those questions I'll be asking. All right. So I don't know why this is buffering. I really do not know why. Oh, I don't know why. So am I still buffering? Hello. All right. Am I still buffering? Please, if I'm still buffering, do let me know. Yeah. I hope I'm not buffering anymore. All right. So we are about to do some. Oh, it's okay. Ok. Non lo so, spero che va bene, ma mi sa che l'internet sta facendo del male. Sì. È l'internet che non è stabile, sai. Oh, mi sono dimagrita. No, 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 non mi sono dimagrita. Sono dimagrita veramente, sì? Pensi? Non lo so, non lo so, non lo so se mi sono dimagrita. Oh, really? No, che effetto corona! Effetto corona! Mi fa ridere, dai. Sono qui a ridere, effetto corona, certo. Allora, ora, ok, ok. We're about to do some games now. Io ti vedo dimagrita, sai. Oh, va bene, se mi vedi dimagrita, che cosa posso fare? Non penso che mi sono di... Oh, forse sì, perché manco riposo. Ma sì, c'è coronavirus, ma dalla nostra parte le persone le hanno, ma io sto bene. Vivo la mia vita tranquillamente e sì. There are supposed to be people here, I don't know. Okay, okay. So, yeah, that's because the stream was misbehaving. Yeah, we're about to have the game now. We're about to start. So, if you can share the stream out, please, Batman, share the stream out. Okay? If you can share the stream out, share the stream out. So we could have more people in here. I think Sis Voclam is just running us and Superman. Dai, vieni con il tuo account Swiss Hood oppure Superman. Dimmi una cosa, il tuo canale dopo quanto tempo si è attivata? Ah, no, per noi ci ha voluto 4 mesi. Cioè per avere i nostri iscritti, sì, per avere i nostri iscritti e poi sì, numero dell'orario che YouTube desiderava, no? Ci abbiamo messo 4 mesi e poi quando sono arrivata a 4.000 ore ci ha voluto 2 giorni. Sì, in 2 o 3 giorni era attivata. Ok, no, no. Cioè, cosa intendi? Non ho capito, fammi capire allora. Fammi capire. Oh, quando era mandata in review? Sì, entro 2 giorni. Entro, entro 2 o 3 giorni. Entro 2 o 3 giorni. Mm, okay. So, who is here? If you are here, let's do a game. Stai usando lettere maiuscole. Non usare lettere maiuscole, Batman. Usa le lettere minuscole. Sì, usi lettere minuscole. Allora, cominciamo. È ora di fare questo gioco. Non lo so perché. Uh, sai cosa faccio? Sai cosa faccio? No, sai cosa faccio adesso? Fermo questo stream e ricomincio un'altra, ok? Facciamo così, che fermo questo stream e ricomincio un'altra, perché non lo so cosa sta succedendo. Ok?